Hello, this is Michael with TinyFrog Technologies. I want to talk a little bit today about balancing UX or user experience with SEO, which is search engine optimization. UX or user experience basically means when someone, essentially it means when someone lands on your website, you want them to have a good experience, which is very important. But at the same token, you may have a very strong interest in having your website be more prominent or increasing your exposure in the search engines. So there's a way to balance them. And there's also, it's very possible for one to overpower the other. Really, a good user experience is a very simple website, one that's the navigation is simple and clean and not overwhelming. Not, the minimal amount of content on the site, because people typically tend to scroll and scan versus read a lot of dense content. So having not a lot of content on your website can improve the user experience as well. And that's actually sometimes at odds with SEO, because oftentimes, or at least what most people think, is Google wants to see a certain amount of words or a certain amount of content per page. So some of the best ways to kind of strike that balance between keeping your content simple and clean and at the same time improving your SEO, the SEO side of things, is to use the content strategically. A couple ideas that we like to encourage our clients are, one of which is to use your blog. A blog is a great mechanism for archiving a lot of content. And if you want to improve your SEO, you should have a very active content marketing strategy using your blog. Another really good way to increase the number of the content on your website without overwhelming the visitor is to put the content maybe lower down in each page. As someone is scrolling through, usually the highest priority part of the page is the most important part of the page, and you may want to have your messaging be more succinct and be easier to read at the top. And then as someone scrolls down, you might have more dense content that's really designed to appeal to the search engines. Another way is to oftentimes use hidden ways of slightly hiding the content, like FAQ accordion. So you have a question, then an answer. That content is buried, so it makes the page look kind of clean without overwhelming the user. You may have seen this before. You click a little read more button and the content will drop down and appear as well. That's another good way to keep your content streamlined without overwhelming your visitor. So those are some ideas. And also one thing I want to mention is be aware of your mobile viewing as well, because your desktop, as you can imagine, it's a big screen, there's a lot of space. And as it's simplified for mobile viewing, you really, if you have the same amount of content, you have a lot of content, it'll be extra overwhelming on a mobile view. And if you're tracking your visitors through analytics, you may notice they have a fair amount of mobile viewing. So it's important that you're looking to keep a clean, streamlined site both on mobile and desktop. So if you have any more questions on how to balance SEO and user experience, definitely give us a call.